All right, so today's video, we're watching a Plat 5 support on Xbox playing Brigitte. This should be a good one. I have a lot of Brigitte playtime, so they say fairly long-time viewer now, over a year anyway. Hey, I appreciate it. And you say you love the content. Zen and Brig main here, stuck in console Plat since Season 14 and getting frustrated by that a little. I thought I played okay in this one. Not my best, not my worst. I wish I didn't have a consistent blind spot regarding Sigma's Rock, but mostly I played okay. My tank and Ashe Genji did not agree. In my tank's defense, she was nice about what she considered a lack of healing and also possibly only meant our Ana, but was too nice to single her out, who as far as I could tell also probably played fine though. So everybody's playing fine. Regarding our Ashe Genji, I just don't get it. I healed him loads. I had the most healing in the lobby, and I healed him second most to our tank. I have absolutely no idea what he was complaining about. He also specifically complained about a lack of AoE healing. Wait, that's Brig, right? He got under my skin to the point where I watched the replay back and now am submitting it here. I genuinely think I did a really good job of healing him. I would love any and all advice. This is far from a perfect game, probably pretty representative of my Brig on average. I feel like if you watch this, you're going to suggest that I protect my Ana more, but I've never found that to work for me in my games. Tell me anyway, though. LOL. Okay. I like the LOL at the end. You know, it's got adds to it. LOL. Okay, child, see what happens here? Because I am ready.
Defend objective.
This is quite the starting spot here. This is how you get... Okay. I gotta just be honest with you here. This is literally how you just get headshot by a Widow. Like, I want you to look at what it looks like if I turn the corner right now. Remember, always looking at the point of view of the other team. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen sometimes, but sometimes you're just gonna fall over if you play like that. I would not recommend this positioning. I could argue this one if you want to be with your soldier, be a nuisance, and then disengage out. But you should just be around here. To be honest with you. But again, if being right here is where you have to be, it's fine, but you cannot take that much of a wide swing. You'll just fall over. So, again, here can be okay. I can justify it because your soldier's here. So you're keeping an angle alive. That's fine, right? But you should not be that far wide out. You're good for now. Okay, so we don't want to do that, all right? I just need to point that out to you. Don't do that. I understand you're going for this play to kill their... That is a play you make when your whole team is here. This is not a play you make when it's like a 4v5 and you jump down from their backline like that. And then even then I was like, okay, I'll give a slight amount of credit here. You survive it. Okay, you're going to get out. What do? You go into this hallway when you can just escape back to your team. So just don't do that because you're just giving them free numbers. And just to show you, because I think it's sometimes going to be a good way to show, this is what it looks like from what they just saw. All right, I'm here, I'm playing, I'm down here. Here's a spectator. All right, you ready? All right, everything's normal. Everybody's doing their job up here, kind of just making sure everything's fine. This is what Sigma sees. Do you see why this play isn't going to be good? Look at this is what this team sees right now. That is not going to be the play. I'm telling you, even if it works here, this is something that I would not recommend to do every single time. This is a play you can make if your teammates are alive and then they're in their face. But if this is a play style that you're going to do, that is going to be rough. I just want to point that out. You got to be very careful of that. That needs to be timed correctly. That was not what I would consider the correct timing. That's a play I would pretty much never go for in Brig, unless, of course, my teammates are pushing up. Yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one. All right, let's see what happens now. Okay, and you thought I was going to tell you to stay with your Ana? Just stay with your team. You thought I was going to say stick with your Ana more? That's the least of my worries right now. That is the least of my worries. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Why'd you run back up here with your soldier? Your soldier can be self-sufficient. If your soldier dies here, listen, I get it at the beginning, but when you come back here, you want to just stay back here, keep your teammates alive, and help kind of boop away. You're just basically you're putting so much pressure on your team to keep you alive that you're not even able to be super helpful to everybody else. You get out of there, but I feel like that playstyle is going to get you killed more often than not. I mean, right there, you still ended up dying after all that. This is a perfect segue into what I wanted to talk about with like Brig. I'm just gonna pause to get this point across. The way that Brig, or the way that tank was played in Overwatch 1, and if you've played any 6v6 ranked at all, you might see this if you have 2 tanks. You basically play to help your teammates, right? And then when your teammates benefit from that play, you then pop off and be aggressive, right? You can do that with Brig. You were not a tank in this situation. I don't know. I know there's memes about how Brig is a tank, etc. Overwatch 2 Brig is not a tank. Overwatch 2 Brig can die during ultimate, okay? How many times have you seen a Brig pop ultimate and actually die during that? In Overwatch 1, when Brig popped ult, you basically could go get a drink because you're just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go get, a water or a soda or something because I can just wait this ultimate out because I know I'm doing nothing, all right? Brig in Overwatch 2, not as tanky, has some good opportunity to have a little bit of that value there. But like the point I want to make here is if you just stick with your team, keep your teammates alive. I know you said, stick with your own, it doesn't work for you. If you enable your teammates to pop off, you will be just fine. But if you just run at them as a tank, you will fall over. And yes, is there going to be games that work with that? Of course. But I'm telling you, as you keep climbing, this play style will just completely shift. Like it will completely shift and it will not work as well. So I wanted to get you out of this habit a little bit early. I don't want to get you out of the habit of sometimes doing a cool, aggressive play. But I definitely want to get you out of the habit of jumping into their team every single team fight and then leaving your teammates in a spot where they don't have you there. And on top of that, like, I don't know, there's a lot of things you can figure out with that. Either way, keep everybody else alive, go in. Mind you have a TikTok Moira, kind of, yeah, that aggressive backline playstyle. We'll see, though. Maybe everything settles. Maybe that was just a bad first point. We'll see. Uh-oh. I'm so glad that I just made that point prior to that. There's something fitting about me making that whole point about how you're not a tank and you can actually die during your Brig ultimate. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, I don't even need to like reverse back to show you what it looks like from the team's point of view. It's exactly what you think it is. There's a Brig by yourself running in 1v5. That's what it looked like. And I don't even have to show you. Don't do that. There's just don't do that. Again, if your team is there, you can do that. Like, if you have all 5 of you, great, because you're not going to be the main focus. But if you go in 1v5, you're going to fall over. Get in there, Beelzebub. So far, like, if your playstyle like this is on Brig, it needs to be adjusted after a while. Because, like, I'm telling you, like, it's just like an all-in playstyle that, I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Oh, it's backed up. Okay, this is progress. I was getting concerned when your Ashe was at 98% HP that they weren't going to get that HP while your baby diva was at HP. Okay, you just need to settle. I just need you to settle for a second. Like, I just stop, work with somebody on your team, and don't put yourself out of. Oh God, go up the stairs behind. There's stairs. There's stairs. You don't have to be here. That diva ult was still better than your Brig ult. I just want to point that out to you. Just so you know. All right, here we go. That got more value than your Brig ult. Well, I mean, the diva ult got the pylon. That was one step in the right direction. That's a very aggressive play by your diva. You can't really save that. That's that right there, that secondary play by your diva. If you're a diva in that situation, chat, make sure to get out. Straight up. Like, don't just stay on the low ground there. All right. Oh, well, going back on the flank again. Again. Believe it or not, chat, as long as the Brig doesn't drop down, this is fine for now. For now. The problem is that this aggressive positioning could leave your Ana susceptible, but do not drop down. Keep your Ashe alive. Yes, just do this. Do this. There you go. You're slowing it down a bit. And look at that. You slow it down, you don't run at their team, and you get a kill. Much better. Oh, don't let me get you. You're talking about using the spam on the health packs? Oh, I know. But that's the least of my worries right now. Okay, so let me get this straight here. When you do need to drop down to the team eventually to be able to work with them, you don't, and you play super safe. When you don't need to play aggressive, you run at them in a straight line. I'm okay with that because they were isolated in a 1v, like they were out of position, is what I'm saying. Okay. Can we do a play the game bingo? When the play the game clips are ready. We have to wait till they're ready. Now it looks like you're a bit like, yeah, this is your problem. Brig is such a good, like, kind of just chill and keep people around you alive and then be aggressive when the timing's right hero. And I think you're just like, you don't know where to go. You're not settling. You're running around in circles. You're running at people. Like, you're not, it's like you can't just, like, play, like, a good spot and then go from there. It feels like you always have to just move around the map. And I get it. Listen, I spam jump key all the time. That's my way of doing it. But it just feels like you need to settle at a certain point. Bash out. Just bash out. Yep. A little bit more map awareness. I've seen you bash into walls a few times. Health pack right there. Okay, now rotate to your team. Rotate to your team. Look at sight lines. Again, I map awareness here. There's a bop from your teammate. So now you can sit right here. Okay. That's fine. I mean, BAP is just a very DPS. Whenever I do a BAP bot, I'll be better to give tips on that right now. I need to do a BAP bot again. It's been a while. But a lot of it really is just like playing angles, keeping your teammates healed, and knowing to put out some really good damage output. Angles are important on BAP. You don't need to bash to your teammate like that to heal him. You don't. Okay. You know what? I let it slide the first like 85 like armor packs. You gotta stop spamming your armor packs. Like you gotta stop just like not spamming your armor packs. You need to use them for like lower HP targets on your team, and a lot of the time it's not going to be on the tank, right? So I was gonna say, like, I've seen you do it a few times. I'm like, okay, and then I just said it was the least of my worries, but I just keep seeing you do it. Like you're not even looking at your target sometimes. You just put it like right there, like you just did it. You're not even looking at your target or wondering why. You just put it. You're like, oh, my diva's there. Okay, here's the armor pack. Don't do that. Do not do that. Like you don't want to overuse them. Exactly. They become very important for burst healing your teammate to keep them alive. The more you waste them, the less you'll have that available, and you're just gonna fall over. So, it basically be like honor grenading your teammate, like just to honor grenade them to full HP, even though they're already full HP. Again, it's a longer cooldown, I get that, but like it's the same concept. Like right there, your diva doesn't need that yet. You should be looking to okay. Sorry, I had a point there, then I forgot it watching this play by Reaper, and there we go. More is behind you. There you go. Yeah, you... You just need to settle. Straight up. You just don't settle. And until you do that as Brig, you're going to run into issues at times. I just want to point that out. You will run into issues at times if you do that. So just be careful of that. You're not sure they know what the settle means? Oh, I know. And that's what I'm going to I'm trying to show. Like, let's say I'm playing Brig right now, right? Of course I'm going to move around the map occasionally, but like I will be very static at times because that's all I need to do. Sometimes less is more. Straight up. Like, I'm starting to use that a little bit more of like, you're just running around in circles. Just go on the cart. Okay, there you go. Now, just play the angles on the point. You barely proc Inspire, by the way, too, which is also a problem. Like, your flails have been missing a lot. You really need to practice those because you're missing out on so much opportunity to proc Inspire. Yeah, I just felt like I watched you just run in circles. Like, that's basically the whole play style I watched. You just ran in circles. You didn't really help anybody unless like they were directly in front of you. And you know, even though okay, remember your teammate said like, "Hey, there needs to be more AOE healing," and you're like, "Oh, I think they're saying something to me in that situation." Well, yeah, because you're not proccing Inspire. So if you don't proc Inspire, there's no AOE heals. Believe it or not, Brig can have a ton of healing to begin with. And like you said, oh, you have a lot of heals. Yeah, that's normal for Brig. If you proc Inspire, you're gonna get a ton of heals. You've wasted so many of your ability to even proc Inspire. Again, for anybody wondering what Proccing Inspire is, and I'll let this play through as we go. Proccing Inspire is doing damage with Brig. In Overwatch 1, there was a couple of ways you wouldn't get it. The pizza's still there. That's a good sign. Is doing damage. Whether you're hitting them with the flail, whether you bash them, whether you just like swing on them in front of you. That's going to proc Inspire. That's where your AoE heals are. Armor packing 3 of your teammates on cooldown, that's not going to proc Inspire. There's so much more uptime that you could be having right now that'd be really good. At the same time, you know, I just want to see you settle. If you settle, all that makes sense. All that is much more clear. once you slow the game down, and a lot of people will say this just with about anything, as you get better at something, things start to slow down more because you process it better. Right now, it feels like you're just kind of like, oh, what's going on? I'm gonna run in circles. Let's go. Whee! Like, I want to get you kind of more like, let's just stick with your team. There's a reason why I give that advice on Brig, because it's so, like, it simplifies how you play Brig, and then you get so much more value.
Area denial.
Yep. That would Proccing Inspire there, by the way, chat. Yep, okay, with your Ana. There you go. You're settled for now. This is good. Okay, so you settle, and then the kills come to you. Free kill. Good job. Don't spam an armor pack on Ryan. Okay, let's spam an armor pack on Ryan. Remember, Proccing Inspire's huge. There you go. Inspire's been proc. Position's a little bit rough. I want you to be careful of that rotation. You could have easily healed your Ana there, but you were so concentrated on holding your shield up. Remember, Proccing Inspire. Good job. Good pin. Play to live here. Okay. Try to boop the Reaper away. There you go. Good job. Stay on the point. Don't have to overchase this. Don't give him a free kill. Back away. For the most part, you played that pretty decent. And you know what happened? Good results. You didn't feed. You didn't do anything crazy. Now, the next thing you want to do not pop your Brigitte ultimate in front of the whole team. Okay? Pop it, you know, with your team. Not just in front of their whole team. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no. It's gonna work, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you went back in. You out. Oh no, don't do it. Okay. Now, there's no way you can sit there and tell me that after your third Brigitte ultimate of running into their team, you're going, you know what? I'm playing pretty fine right now. This is great. I'm playing great. You got to stop. You're not a tank. I'm telling you, I know that people meme about it, and you're going to hear, you know, whether it's a streamer. I mean, heck, I might even meme about it sometimes. Brigitte is not a tank. This is not Overwatch 1 Brig. This is not Brigitte can fall over. Stop running into their team. Now, listen, again, if your whole team is there, it's different, right? Because everybody's benefiting from the heals. There's so many people there, it's hard to concentrate on killing you. But this 1v5, let me go on a flank and try to destroy you type of situation is not going to work. I'm telling you. You got to stop putting yourself in that spot. Anyway, like, use that to keep your team alive on an engagement. Use it to be aggressive with your team. The area Inspire is pretty large radius, yes. Yep, you don't have to do anything here. You do not have to do anything here. You're not a tank. You're doing, this is fine. If you're wondering, is it okay to sit here? This is fine. Yeah, play cover. You're doing good. This is good. Outside of the spam on Genji, recognize that you also have an Ana there, and they're the only ones there. You don't need to spam the Genji. Actually, let your Ana get the big slam. Proccing Inspire on that. You can get aggressive there. Perfect. So, what, chat, remember, when your teammates pop off or you enable your teammates to pop off, you also will pop off. You see what happens? Everything goes great. Perfect. Okay, now you decide you want to go on a flank kill. They go up there and they get a free kill on your back line, right? They kill Sojourn. So, you know, you already gave them a free kill. Then you come back and help. Great job. Okay, now what's the next step? Run away from the team because you put yourself in a rough spot to begin with, which has forced you out of position, and now instead of being in a solid 4v4, if not 5v4, due to that aggression, you're now running back to your spawn, leaving your teammates in a 2v4 on the cart, and then they're going to wonder why they're not getting healed because you just ran all the way around the map like you're running the marathon.
Sending care your way.
So there you go. Yes, drives are in a few hours. Yeah, 2 o'clock Eastern. Like, a little bit. See? Can she inspire herself? Yeah, when you literally do damage to their team in any way, that will then self-heal. Yes, because you're proccing Inspire for the whole team. See the heals going off in the bottom left? You're getting healed. A little bit less than it would be just because of the DPS passive. There you go. Also, look at this. You took a slow approach. Your teammates won the team fight. Noticing a trend here? That when your teammates are the one leading the charge, you're getting better results. Now, you said to me, yeah, you're going to tell me to stick with my Ana, but that doesn't work. How come every single time you stuck with your team, you're winning team fights, and every time you just stray away, you either look like you don't know where you are on the map, or your teammates lose? Because so far, I'm seeing great examples thus far. I am seeing great examples thus far. That's all I'm saying. Of when you stay with your team, it goes well. When you don't, it doesn't go well. Okay, you're in the middle of the ult. Be careful. Do not pop your ultimate just here. You don't need to just yet. Working with your Genji here on the off angle. I'm fine with it. Just is like the snowball after a team fight. There you go. You're good. A little bit of a late bash because... All right. Teammates are creating all the space right now, which is exactly what you want. Don't need to ult this, by the way. I want you to think about where they're at. Good job not ulting. Good job Proccing Inspire. Now, again, you're with your team, right? You're with your team. You're not playing too aggro, and you have won very clean team fights. So do not go to their spawn and Brig ult right now, okay? Why is Reaper running from a Brig? Because there's a Genji there too. It's on like a really good matchup for Reaper because you have the time between the deflex. Great sleep. Keep your team alive behind you. Keep your teammates alive behind you. Right? Your Reinhardt being aggressive there and dying. Honestly, that's on your Rein. That's not a problem you have to deal with at that point. That was a good play by their Reaper being aggressive, and sometimes you just lose a team fight like that, and there's nothing you can do. That's it. You're fine. All right? It's fine. Okay, here we go again. There you go. Finally, you're with your team. Your teammates are there. You're using your teammates as cover, and then you see an opportunity based off of the damage your teammates did. And then what do? You get too aggressive. Everything was great up until that moment. You gotta know when to just stop. You're just too aggressive sometimes. Yeah, you can shield the rock there, but like honestly, I can't even get him to that point yet right now. I need the Brig to slow it down a little bit. Like it's everything was great. Your teammates created space. You got kills. That's all you need. The worst thing you can do when you have a numbers advantage in a situation where you can control their spawn and win is to give them a trade. That is the only way they get back into the game is through trades. Because there's a very low percentage chance that that team is going to regroup properly, in my opinion. Right? So they're going to have to run to the cart to be able to stop the cart. Okay, thankfully your teammates pop off, but do you see where that can go the other way? So it's your play style right now that's probably losing you games. Straight up. So, anyway, let's continue on. Oh, I hope you feel better soon on that one, Martin. I just saw that now. Holy crap. All right, here we go. Good job. And now it's... So, chat, just so I can, again, help this Brig here. What happened there? Did the Brig run into the team on the other team and just fall over, or did the Brig help the team? The Brig helped the team. Now, I want to point out, see that Reaper right there? You have been that Reaper. Now, when you see that Reaper making that play, you're probably going, dude, what is that Reaper doing? That has been you the majority of the game. So that should give you an idea. No, I'm serious. Like, it's a good way to look at it. Like, going into the back line like that, that's exactly what you've been doing. So instead, you helped your team, and it went great. So I just want to get you in that mindset of, like, you can really do a good job of sticking with your team more. Again, I don't like that pathing by you. You don't need to do that. That pathing doesn't make sense to me because you're going to put yourself in a susceptible spot. Stick with your team. Charge. Settle. 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 Go to point. You're good. I'm okay with going and spawn there in the Reaper, chat. So there you go, chat. Victory. The Briggs team gets the win. Here's what I see from you with your play style. You gotta slow it down. I want you to look back at this VOD and recognize that every single time that you slowed down your gameplay, things went well. Every single time you went aggressive, for the most part, things did not go well. So I hope that this VOD shows you why it's a little bit of the less is more with Brig is going to be better than trying to be a tank. Brig is not a tank. If you're going to be aggressive with Brig, do it with your teammates, not by yourself. Now, of course, there's going to be niche situations. Let's say you ended up in a spot where you get flanked and you can't reset and something crazy happened and you need to solo out somebody. That's fine, right? I'm not going to take you away from that, but you cannot do this, run into their team, run in circles, do this, do that. Just slow it down, work with your team, methodically take the map, and I'm telling you, you're going to pop off. You're going to pop off, and you'll be fine. So hopefully you'll be able to take some of that advice and readjust your play style, because you had some good moments. Let's just slow it down. I'm telling you, you're going to see good results if you do. Like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't, leave a comment, all that helps. If you want to submit your own, my Discord's where you do that. If you go to my Discord, you can submit pretty much anything in there for our videos, and if you want to watch more cool videos like that, you'll see a box right here. And with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day / night.